Hey, my name is Ron Kaufman, and I'm coming to you today in a more casual, relaxed environment where I'm using the soundproof studio here as a backdrop so that I can speak to you a bit, if you will, off the record. Speakers Academy is coming up, and I've been invited to spend 90 minutes with you on the second day after lunch in a section called Ask Me Anything, with the general theme of scaling up and going global. Now, scaling up and going global is something that I did with my career over more than 30 years and had the privilege of becoming a co-founder of APS, a CSP, your first Hall of Fame member, Global Gurus has said I'm #1 in the world in customer experience, my field, for the past 8 years. So I've got some experience that I want to bring to early speakers, young speakers, beginning speakers, people who may be mature in years but are just beginning in the speakers industry and therefore are coming to the Speakers Academy. Now, this year in APS, we're using something called the 8 Seasons of Growth. I'm sure you've seen this, but get familiar with it because every one of our events this year is going to be focusing on these 8 themes. So let's take a quick look at how scaling up, going global, Ask Me Anything can relate to the 8 seasons. Number 1, clarity. Who are you? What are you speaking about? Who do you want to speak to? What kind of change do you want to enable and encourage in the people who are going to spend their precious time listening to or reading or viewing you? Clarity, critical, number 1. Number 2, story. Not just what's in your background, but who are you becoming? What is the story you want to help your audience to be able to write into their future? Story is not just something about the past. It's about the way we're living the present and the future we're living into. Even at my age, I'm living into a future that I know is going to take me at least the next 20, 25, 30 years to accomplish. That story is even more compelling than the story of your past. Number 3, expertise. How do you develop the kind of domain expertise so that people around the world or within your market, for example, you could say, I only want to work inside Singapore or inside ASEAN. How do you get those people, your market, whether it's corporate, whether it's individual, whether it's people who want coaching, whether it's meeting planners, say that's the go-to person because that person knows what they're talking about. They're the leading edge of what's happening there. They may even be creating what's at that leading edge. How can you develop that kind of expertise? Next is build. And the season of build really has to do with building your business. Today, more than ever before, there are so many ways that you can build a business as a professional speaker. It's not just flying all over the world business class as a keynote speaker who stands up at conventions for 60 or 90 minutes with a microphone. That's a lot of fun, but it's only one style of business. You can also do licensing. You can build up a franchise model. You can do publishing. You can do podcasting. You can be an MC. There are various ways to build your business. And generally, when we say business, it means there's a monetary component of it. Let's talk about that and how it relates to what you're interested in building. Next is called visibility. And that's a very challenging topic today, because people are distracted like never before. There are new platforms that pop up every day, and you don't need to be visible to everybody, everywhere, all the time. You need to be visible to the people who it matters for you as a speaker, you as an expert, you building a business. So that could be, for example, all the educators in Singapore, because you want to speak in Singapore schools. It could be all the meeting planners for global technology firms. It could be. And that could be LinkedIn, it could be Facebook, it could be TikTok, it could be Instagram, it could be that you're podcasting, it could be that you're publishing. Let's talk about that as it relates to you. Next comes expansion. Now, expansion generally means that you're going to take your business and take it out even further. Or you're going to take your domain, your topic, your expertise, and you're going to expand the way we think about it. So for example, in my field, I started in the world of customer service, which became customer satisfaction, which became customer delight, which became customer experience, which became customer loyalty. And I'm one of the guys now who's pushing it to customer care. Whoa, that's an expansion of domain, of topic that you might be able to do too in the course of your career. Now, the 7th of the 8 seasons is called connection. And there are 2 aspects of that. One is connection with the community. It's a very lonely business if you're just doing it on your own or as a mom and pop. And that's one of the main reasons we created APSS, to have this sense of community and collegiality where we can help each other and care about each other, which is why I'm coming to the Speakers Academy to spend time with you. That's one form of connection. You may be new in the industry, you may be new to the association, but we want to connect with you and have you connect with us. The other is connection with your audience. Connection meaning not just that they were entertained or that they enjoyed your presentation and they're glad to pay your fee, but that they actually feel connected, like they trust you, like you're somebody that they would reach out to, like they want to know what it is you're thinking about because it's going to help them to think, a real, authentic human connection. And then finally, the 8th season is called regeneration, because the world is changing so fast that even when you find yourself successful in some area, as I have several times over the course of my career, the world is going to change. Competition's going to change. Your market's going to change. And for sure, technology is going to change. So we can talk about all of that. And you can ask me anything under the general umbrella of scaling up and going global, or let's just say going forward as a member of the Speakers Academy 2025. I'm Ron Kaufman, and I look forward to seeing you there.